right, everybody sit down. I'm a little rusty at this. I haven't done this for a little while. So I'd like to thank a few people if you wouldn't mind, and then maybe tell a couple of stories, especially about Turco. Bo, thanks very much. It was such a joy to work with you as our manager and the staff that we had there. I can't thank you enough for your support. You always had my back. To Tom Gallardi, thanks very much for hosting this event. This is a tremendous event, and you know, I'm really proud to be your friend, and I'm really proud that I got to know you through the game of hockey, and you hosting something like this on behalf of the Dallas Stars means the world to me and my family. To Tom Hicks, we needed a big boy, and you brought it, and you helped us reach goals that none of us thought we could reach that quickly, but when you came on board, you brought us to a whole other level, and for all of us, players, coaches, management, we thank you immensely. Thanks for everything, Tom. For the Hall of Fame committee, Brad Alberts, Dan Stukel, putting on an event like this is a big deal, and you've treated us just like gold, and we feel like we're part of the family, and I can't thank you enough. And also, not very often you get to see something like this where the current management, coaching staff, and players are coming here also to honor us. I really appreciate that. It means the world to Eddie and myself that you guys are here. It means the world to us that we've got your support, and we just can't thank you enough. I was lucky. I've had a loving family that's been part of this road. One of the things that when I retired, one of the best things is my sister stopped having to hide in the closet, trying to watch hockey games, but having that support, especially from my family in Karina, means the world to me, and my close friends coming here means the world to me also. To me, I always felt like if I worked with smart people, it was going to make me smarter. And I worked with 3 managers who are old school guys, but very supportive. Bob Gainey, Doug Armstrong, and Jim Nill. These guys really had my back when I was here, and they just made me feel like I was in control and I could do anything I could to help the hockey club, and I'd be supported. So you 3 gentlemen, I can't thank you enough. The coaching staff, especially J.J. McQueen, Rick Wilson, Doug Jarvis, you guys were the best. You made me look really smart. You guys did a heck of a job in covering from some of my mistakes, and I can't thank you enough for your friendship and your guidance along the way. We've become pals, and we love the Stars, and we love what they're all about, and just being able to talk and visit with each other and talk about the Stars is really important for us. To Doug Armstrong, who I work with now with St. Louis, the thing I'm proudest about Army is that we see the game through the same lens. And that's something that's really, really important for me. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. One thing about it, when I started here in '96, first of all, our first game was against Detroit Red Wings, and Scotty Bowman decided he wasn't going to give us the goddamn puck that night. And we never touched the puck. But a week later, and this just shows you where the game of hockey was at and where it's got to. We were sitting at a Starbucks in Capel, and it was outside, and this woman comes screeching up there, and she's driving a Mercedes-Benz 4-door, black, and she gets out of the car, and she's coming right for me. We lost the night before, and I thought, oh shit, here we go. I said, I'm gonna have to answer to this woman, and this is how small hockey was at that time in Texas. And she jumps out of the car, she says, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you right now. She says, get up and I want to show you something. So I figured, well, she's gonna want her money back or whatever. So anyway, she takes me around the car and she's showing me her wheel wells. And she shows me the 4 wheel wells and then says, now you need to get this car cleaned. I guess I looked like the owner or the manager of the White Glove Car Wash. And that's how big the game was, and that's how much she knew about it. So I offered to clean her car for nothing, but she just drove away. So just to tell you where the growth of the game was at, when I came here in 1996, there was 125 kids playing minor hockey, 87 playing adult hockey. There was 2.5 rinks, and in 2023, there's 10,000 kids playing minor hockey in this area. and there's 8,000 adults. That's just an incredible growth, and that's the Stars did to this. Incredible. To me, the players, one of the things that just so you understand how I think, I was a very demanding, driven coach, and I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud that I was that. And the reason I drove and I demanded was I really believed. I really believed that anything we could do specially together. And I really believed in my players. One of the things as you get older as a coach, you start to reflect on your career. And one of the things for me that I missed out on was not saying thank you enough. And I'm here to do that today. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your sacrifice and your commitment towards the team and myself in general, but more important to what you committed to winning. And I know it was hard. And I know it's going to be hard working with a guy like Pete because Pete's demanding also. But we're here for your best interest, and we're here for the best interest of the team. And one thing we never get to say is how much we love you. And that's the truth. And that you mean the world to us. Your success means the world to us. And all we want to do is make you better. So congratulations to the players, especially those old guard that's here right now. You guys sacrificed a lot so I could get some of the accolades. And I can't thank you enough for everything that you did for me. Thanks very much. I want to say a couple things about Eddie. When Eddie was here, this was the NHL was a goalie-dominated league. So you had Patrick Waugh, you had Mike Vernon, you had Marty Brodeur, Dominic Hasek, Curtis Joseph, Grant Fuhr, and Eddie Belfour. And when we got into playoffs, I felt in my heart Eddie was better than them all. And I got quite frankly sick of listening about Patrick Waugh, and Patrick Waugh this and Patrick Waugh that. So when we played a playoff series, and Eddie and I were laughing about this a couple days ago, I refused to call him by his name, and I did it on purpose, and he's still pissed at me. But I called him the goalie, and he didn't like that at all. But I just felt in my heart that Eddie was better, and Eddie was playing better, and he deserved similar or more accolades than a guy like Patrick Waugh. And Eddie proved me right every time. He was a guy from as good as he was when we won the Cup in 1999, he was even better in 2000 when we had no gas in the tank to start the year, and he had to cover for us, and he did it. And he was a guy that carried our team for half a year, and he became the leader of the hockey club because he gave us a chance to win every night, and that's all you can ask for in a goalie. So for me, Eddie, I can't thank you enough. We all get a lot of accolades for what happened, but you were a key player in that, and you didn't go unnoticed by the coaching staff, and it certainly didn't go unnoticed in the National Hockey League. So thanks very much, Ed. Just one note on Marty. Marty, I told you to stand up, not lie down. So. These, just to leave you with this, these teams, these were, it was a special group, and it was a special time. And somebody asked me to describe the team, and it was, to me, a bunch of characters that had tremendous character. That was the team. And we believed in winning the game, death through 1,000 cuts. We felt if we stayed with it, we could bleed you to death, and in most cases, we proved that right. We had a bunch of guys who really believed in each other, and you talk about playing for the guy next to you or whatever, but these guys gave up everything for the guy next to him, and they really believed in that, and that's what made a team special. And it's an easy thing to say, and it's a very hard thing to do because you got to make tremendous sacrifices and quality sacrifices for that guy sitting next to you, and that group did it, and they did it for a long period of time. And to go through, and when the league was just loaded, and there was 5 or 6 teams that could win the Cup any given time, to see what that team was accomplishing was really, really impressive, and I love those guys to this day. And the last point, in this city, this is not just a sports city, this is a hockey city. And this is a hockey city that you should all be really proud of because you've got a great hockey team to follow, you've got a team that's got a chance to win the Stanley Cup, which you can't ask for anything more, but more important, you've got a great following here. and something you should be really proud of and really supportive of. This is a great honor for me. I can't thank you enough, and thanks very much for having me. Appreciate it.